In this video, I'm going to tell you 10 of the reasons that I absolutely love homeschooling and I definitely recommend it. So stay tuned. Hi and welcome to Homeschool Pick and Mix. I'm Lisa McKenzie, a homeschool mum of 4 kids ages 5 up to 12. I've homeschooled the kids their whole life and I absolutely love it, and they really do too. So in this video, I'm going to tell you 10 of the benefits that it brings our family that your family can enjoy as well. Reason number 1 is that I like to be able to tailor my child's education to their needs, to their interests, and to their level. So the way it looks in our family is that we do cover a broad range of subjects such as English, maths, science, social studies, art, things like that. And generally, they are working at their own level, which may just be the standard level of school or a bit higher. But one of my kids is just exceptional in geography. So he's actually working about 4 years higher, and I can actually give that to him. So in a class, that may have been much harder for a teacher to have met that need. Also, when it comes to interests, because this child is so interested in geography, instead of it just being a subject that in school they might have learnt about a particular country for 3 or 4 weeks, we can do this for months and months and months and months. So there was a point when he was about 7 and he was so into it that we spent 9 months just going over map outlines and where the states in America are and where all the countries in the world are and the capitals and the rivers and everything. And then by the time he was nearly 8, from memory he could draw the entire world and add these things onto a map. Now, if he was in school, they wouldn't have been able to spend so much time on his interests. So I really, really like that I can tailor my children's education to their needs and to their interests and to the level that they work at. Reason number 2 is that I can access curriculum from the entire world to create my homeschool program. This is fantastic. I am not limited in any way for resources. I can hop online and look at curriculum suppliers around the world, Australia, America, England, anything. And I can find the things that meet our family's needs and purchase them, receive them in the mail within a couple of weeks, and we are good to go. I can also access online courses for my children to help them increase their learning that way. This is fantastic. It means that our programs are really interesting, they're super relevant, and they are not just what happens to be in my town, or if I was at school, what happens to be in my school that I was limited to using. So we have got this massive range of resources, and it really brings a lot of benefit into our homeschool. Reason number 3 that I love homeschooling so much is for the socialization. Now, lots of people say, oh, but what about socialization? How are your kids going to make friends? And I think they're really worried that homeschoolers are just going to stay inside their house and the kids are never going to see any other kids, but it just isn't the case at all. There are so many activities for homeschoolers. There are things like history fairs and art fairs and science fairs and hockey and gymnastics and swimming and sewing and woodwork and art classes and all these things. And when you join these classes, you end up making beautiful, beautiful friendships. And what I notice is that the whole families make friends. So in your community, you can find people who are homeschooling. There are Facebook groups, and you can find on the internet, on websites, there'll be websites for your local group. And when you are joining into these activities, you will make amazing friends. And then there is play dates, and there is just going to the zoo together and parks together and beaches together and everything else that you'll do. So you'll never ever be short of friends, friendship for your kids, activities. There is so much out there. I just love it, and I hope you enjoy that as well. So if you're a current homeschooler, I'd really love it if you would go down to our comment box below and write in a quick note about how homeschooling benefits your family. There are going to be people watching this video who are considering homeschooling, and your comment may end up helping them. The 4th reason that I love homeschooling so much is for the amount of time that I get to be with my children, and they get to be with me and with each other. So I love the fact that we can get up in the morning, there's not a hurried rush to go to school, and there's not a hurried rush after school, and we've just got this nice easy pace to our day where we're getting our breakfast done, our chores done, we're doing our homeschooling, we're playing lots of fun games, and we're just connecting so much. The kids are so bonded to each other and connected with me, and we just really love each other, but we're actually each other's friends as well. So if you'd like that for your family, then homeschooling is a really beautiful way to be able to bring that connection and have that time together, and I definitely recommend it. Reason number 5 continues from reason number 4, but we will go into it a little deeper, and that is that my children have incredibly deep, beautiful friendships with each other. So we have so many friends, so many friends. They're not short of friends at all. But because we live together and we travel together, they've got shared experiences, and they will look back and laugh about their memories when they've done such and such together. They also really enjoy each other's company, and so they'll find each other to play games with. They respect each other, and we teach that a lot, but they've picked it up, and so now it catches me by surprise, and it shouldn't, but I just love seeing it. Like if we're out and about and one of my kids will bend down and tie the other child's shoelace up, or we're going to go out somewhere, and so one of my kids will pack special lunch boxes or special homeschooling activities, or just whatever it is for a younger sibling or another sibling. I love it. They're really thinking about each other, they enjoy each other so much, and it is an absolute benefit and blesses me to no extent seeing their close connected relationship. So if you'd like that for your kids, I recommend giving homeschooling a go. So reason number 6 for why I love homeschooling so much is that I can train up my children in the way that I want them to go. So this is a very broad idea. For us, it incorporates everything related to God. So how to read the Bible, how to pray for people, following what the Bible says, how to help people. It also means that I am looking forward to the point of them being an adult and the skills that they are going to need as an adult in order to function well as a partner, well as a friend, as an employee or a boss, and how to run your house. So my children see every single day how to run a house, and they participate, and I actively teach them things within that as well. They know how to clean windows and mirrors, and how to take the gunk out of the plug in the bath, and how to, do a load of washing and put it in the dryer and fold it and put it away, how to iron, all these sorts of things. When you are with your kids all day long, you can actually actively write a list and tick it off, or they will just watch you doing things, and you can pull them in and you can teach them how to do these things, how to be a productive person within a house, how to look out for each other, how to do your work diligently, and you can train them up in the way that you want them to go. So reason number 7 that I love homeschooling is that I can create a timetable that matches our family's needs. Now this may be daily timetables, weekly, or looking across a whole year. The way this can be is, say for a whole year, I can plan holidays at times when everybody else is in school. This means there's less congestion on the road, the beaches are emptier, parks are emptier, amusement parks are emptier, you get more rides. It means things like flights are cheaper, hotels are cheaper. So there's a lot of benefit that way. With weekly timetables, it also means that I can fit in our academic program around other things that our family needs to do, such as dentist appointments, hairdresser appointments, going to the mechanic, hockey lessons, art lessons, swimming lessons, music lessons, anything like that. We can just put in the academics around it. It doesn't have to be within the same daily 9 to 3 that kids are in school. We can just move it all around and still get the teaching done. Reason number 8 that I love homeschooling is that there is no failing. Now, there is definitely times of struggle where the kids really have to work hard, and they feel like they can't do it, and they push through and they push through, and they learn how to finally achieve their goal or learn the particular thing that they're trying to learn. We definitely have that, but there's no failing. And I'll give you an example from when I was a teacher in a school. I was in a class teaching 6-year-olds, and we were having a meeting of the teachers, and it was decided that for a 2-week period we would teach the children telling the time, and I needed to teach my 6-year-olds all of the o'clocks, so 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, like this, and all of the half past 1, 2:30. And we had the 2 weeks. So we did everything. We had clocks that we were doing, and we had like hands-on lessons, and we had worksheets, we had everything. And then at the end of that period, when we tested the kids, about a third of the kids just didn't grasp that idea. They just didn't have it. So then they got classed as failing that subject. And then we moved on to shapes and teaching the kids what triangles and rectangles and all these other types of things are. Now, when those kids moved up to the next year, so now they're 7, they are expected to have already known what the o'clocks are and what the half pasts are. And that teacher goes straight into teaching them 1:15, 2:15, and 2:45, 3:45. But these kids didn't get it in the first place. And so now they're failing again. And they just end up feeling like, I just can't tell the time, I'm no good at maths. Now in homeschooling, we don't have that. We have the ability to have as many weeks as we need until they've learned a concept. We're also there with them, and we can encourage them and encourage and encourage them, and we can pull resources in from around the world that can help them learn this skill. So they don't actually fail it. They just might need to have a bit of persistence and take a bit longer, but there's still no failing, and it actually boosts their confidence. And it's very, very good for them to be able to learn to persist and keep going through. So I love homeschooling for the fact that it can help our children do that. Reason number 9 that I love homeschooling is for its portability. If you're considering traveling around the world or shifting house, this is a really neat way to bring a familiar thread back into your children's lives. They can have their books, or you can have it all on the internet. You can have a laptop or a tablet or a phone and some Wi-Fi, and then they can do their homeschooling. So if you've started them in your original town and then you are traveling with it, they know what to do. It's something familiar in their day that they can hang on to that helps them feel sort of safe and secure and get through some changes. I also like the portability factor because I can put all the kids' books in a bag and we can go to the park with a blanket and a picnic, and we can homeschool under a tree in the sun and spend hours outdoors in nature. We've done it by waterfalls, we've gone into forests, and we've done nature journaling, we've done it at the beach, we've done it at the zoo, we've done it in so many places. We aren't restricted to 4 walls of our house and a desk to work on. So I love being able to just pack it up and get out there and go. And reason number 10 for loving homeschooling so much is that you can make it as cheap or expensive as you want. There are so many free resources out there on the internet that if you've got a printer or a library that you can print stuff off at, you could actually do this entirely free. There's also things like Khan Academy online, and they have a lot of courses that can help teach your children subjects that they need to learn. There are groups that you can pay for. There are extremely incredible chemistry kits that you can buy. And you've got a choice how to do this, whether you want to spend all the money, and that's totally cool. If you want to get the zoo passes and do all these things, you can definitely do it, and it will help your family. But if you are on a tight budget and you're worried that that will stop you homeschooling, you can do it very, very cheaply and very cost effectively as well. So I love homeschooling for the fact that it doesn't limit families and that anybody can participate in it, and you can tailor it to your own family's needs at that time because it can be as cheap or expensive as you like. If you've found this video encouraging and would like to have more help on your homeschool journey, you might like to see some of these other videos that YouTube are suggesting. You can also subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification button next to it to be told the next time I make a video. Happy homeschooling and have a great day.